The movie starts in a house where some people are packaging hard drugs. Terry Savage sneaks in with a gun to steal their money. He packs the money, but when he walks out of the house, he meets with the police who apprehend him. They check his records and find that he was actually a special ops soldier who was awarded medals after previous missions in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Nigeria. Police Commissioner Harvey Clark asks him why he chose to steal, and Terry says he couldn't afford medicine for his sick daughter. Harvey then offers to help him by sending him to a prison to investigate a warden in that prison who steals dirty and find evidence of human rights violation or corruption to put him down. Terry refuses, but the commissioner explains the jail term he faces and asks him to do it for his daughter, and he is forced to agree. He bids his sick daughter farewell, and Harvey gives him instructions for communication in the cell and asks him to take care of himself. Terry arrives at the prison, and Lieutenant Killian explains prison rules to the inmates. They chip him and show him his cell, where he finds a cell phone with a message to use the phone to send evidence. The following morning, Officer Killian rudely wakes up the inmates for breakfast. An inmate spills Terry's food and asks him to bow down, but Terry walks away. Terry later strolls around while inmates are playing, and an inmate tells him he hopes he can fight. Another inmate, Freeway, and his friends approach him and ask him to join their mafia, but Terry insists he flies solo and leaves them. While he is cleaning, he sees some Mexican inmates complaining to Freeway about his affairs with the warden. They attack him with knives, but he defeats them. Later in the cells, the Mexican gang members attack Terry, but another inmate, Bones, helps him, and the guards barge into the cell and send them all to solitary confinement, where Terry reminisces about his sick daughter. On the next scene, the warden punishes the Mexicans that attacked Terry and apologizes to Terry as he jokes about his family. He tells Terry about the private-owned prison and its boring affairs, and to make it more entertaining, he created a fighting tournament called The Dungeon as a way for good fighting prisoners to earn rewards. He tells Savage that he could redeem himself through it and gives him fighting clothes. He then sets Terry with a new roommate, and guard Gina walks him, discussing his military career, into his new cell where he finds Bones, who helped him earlier. Bones asks Terry to forget about the outside world and learn to first survive the Friday dungeon, and offers to help him. Terry uses the phone to report to Commissioner Harry about the warden's dungeon, who needs visual confirmation. Bones trains Terry and later shows him the different prison gangs and the Black Mafia led by Freeway, a good fighter who Bones also taught. The following day, the guards take Bones and Savage to the dungeon, where the warden sits up front and an inmate welcomes everyone to the dungeon, where there are no rules, while other non-participant inmates watch from televisions outside. The fights begin, and Terry records with his phone as the warden watches while seated, and the fans chant down Freeway, who fights two opponents and wins. Up next, they call on Terry Savage to battle El Vampiro from the Mexican gang, known for sharpening his teeth like a vampire. Bones tells Terry of El's fighting style of tackling, and in the fight he defeats the Mexican. Later, the warden offers Freeway to choose any reward he wants after his thrilling performance, but Freeway asks to know why Bones is helping the new guy, Terry. The warden says it was only at Bones' request, and Freeway reminds him to honor his promise of getting him out for keeping the inmates in check. Freeway threatens the warden that if he can't guarantee his freedom, he too can't guarantee to keep the roommates peaceful. And the warden explains his plan of getting Freeway a rematch with the top dog at a